Delightful afternoon, my dear cultists. Where'd I go? Here I am. Hello. Hi, everybody. How is everybody doing today? How's everybody doing? Hope you're all doing all right. Hope you're all having a great weekend. I hope your Sunday has been grand. I know personally, I have been productive all day. What can I say? I'm just that good. Namely, I took care of my laundry. I took out the trash. I did a little bit of tidying up here and there. I took care of some files on my computer. I am golden. I'm grand. I'm doing great. And I hope you are too. I know personally, for me, my Sundays are always my busy, chore day. They're like the day that I set aside to specifically do everything that I need to get done. Everything that needs to be done before the next week starts is Sunday's thing. And I'm glad to say that I have gotten those done. Sure, there might be some homework here and there that I need to probably tidy up and finish. It's not going to be too bad. But regardless, it does need to get done. So I will probably end up doing it either later today or maybe even pushing it to tomorrow. Who knows? Who truly knows? I don't. But enough about me. How are you? How is everybody doing? Today has been rather nice, at least over here. So I hope if the weather has been favorable, hopefully you've been able to get out and do everything that you need to get done. Maybe you need to go run to the grocery store. Maybe you had to walk the dog. Whatever it is, I hope it went well. I hope it was comfortable. I hope you had a good time. Because with how on and off it's been all week, who knows how long that's gonna last. Yeah, it is bright and sunny right now. I always leave the window open, the blinds open, to let light in, because the room, for context, my room has a single shitty light in the center of it. It is the worst, probably one of the worst room lights I've ever had the displeasure of having, right? Awful. It takes time to heat up. It needs to charge before it gets to max brightness. Max luminosity, right? It takes time to get to that point. And then when it does, if I'm sitting anywhere in the room other than directly, if I'm facing anywhere except for the center of the room because of how it's set up, if I'm facing any of the walls, right? If I'm just not facing towards the center of the room, I will cast a shadow over whatever I'm using, right? So if I'm trying to read, if I'm trying to write, if I'm trying to draw, no matter what I do, I will cast a shadow over it and it'll become difficult. Exclusively because of the shitty position of the light. And the fact that it's not bright enough to do anything about it. It's not bright enough to where the shadow is, I don't know, slimmed a little bit. It's already dark, and then the shadow makes it worse. So it's just bad. It's just bad. It has an orange tint to it too. So it's if I'm taking pictures, each picture I take has that orange hue, and it just looks bad. It's not good all around. So I leave the window, the shades drawn, pulled open, so I can actually let light in. And the past week or so, it's been minimal. The amount that it has actually illuminated has been negligible. Until today, where having that open actually makes the room significantly brighter, noticeably brighter, which is nice. I do like that. But man, that is jarring. It is jarring to have such a stark contrast. Not that I do not mind. Don't get me wrong. I do not mind. But it is an interesting change. I did, what was it? A few days ago. I want to say it was Friday, 19th. Yeah, it was Friday. On Friday, I did go out. And I was like, oh, from what I've heard, it's it's only supposed to rain. There's such a low chance of it raining, and it's supposed to be sunny. That sounds great. Okay, cool. Because I think it was sunny, rain, and then sun. was what I was told. So I go out because I'm working on a project, right? And the project needs me to be out of, like, I need to be amongst nature, right? So I go out. I'm like, okay, cool. I start walking. I think counting the steps, like, I know this isn't a great measurement. It was like maybe 2,000 steps. I'm like bordering 3, but the minimum like 1,000 to 2,000, which is a weird measurement, but it's the best way I can measure things, because I don't know how else to describe it. So I start walking, and I'm like, oh, huh, it's bright-ish. It's a little cloudy, but I'm sure that's fine. So I sit down, I work on my project for like, I think it was about 20 minutes, give or take. Like, all right, cool. I got everything I need. That's good. I start walking back. Yeah, apparently I was lied to, because I had sat through the sun. I had sat through the rain. It's supposed to be sunny again. A little cloudy, but that's, whatever. I start noticing little raindrops, tiniest of raindrops, falling on the white concrete around me. Like whenever white concrete gets wet, it gets darker. So like it was easily noticeable on the white concrete. Maybe like 3, maybe 4 minutes after stepping away from the place I was working on everything, just starts pouring. Just a perfectly timed downpour to screw me over. And I'm just like, could you really not have waited another like maybe 7 minutes for me to get back to where I need to be, indoors? And because it was supposed to be sunny, I had packed. I wasn't wearing anything other than a t-shirt and like some sweatpants. Right? It was cozy. The cloak is great and all, but it gets really warm. It gets very warm. The AC in here has to be running all the time. So the cloak was great. Too warm. So I decided to wear a t-shirt and some sweatpants and step out. Yeah, no, I didn't have a hoodie or a raincoat or the cloak. So I was just soaked by the time I got back. All because I got lied to about the weather. And all because the weather decided to specifically spite me. Shut up. Shut up. The worst possible timing. I mean, I got everything that I needed to get done. But even still, it was like the most uncomfortable trek back. At no fault of my own. There was nothing I could do to control that. It was awful. I hate it. Of all the times, it's just my luck right there. That is just my luck. All right. So you might be asking yourselves, what exactly are we doing today? Now that I've checked in on everybody, now that I've cleared the room a little bit, I've talked about how I've been, I've talked about how you've been. Let's talk turkey. Let's get down to brass tacks, if you will. What are we doing today? Well, my dear cultists, today we have something special. You see, all week, I've been struggling to figure out what exactly we're doing. What exactly will we be doing today? Earlier this week, it was like Wednesday. I sat down, I was like, okay, I need to plan out the schedule so I can get it out. Couldn't think of anything. I was like, okay, yeah, I need something new for Friday. Okay, we'll try Sims 4. Didn't really work out, but, we'll try it. We'll try Sims 4. Gave it a shot. I was like, okay, Saturday, that's Dead by Daylight. That's a given. That's easy. Saturday is good. Sunday, however, is where we really ran into problems today. Because, and I've talked about this I think it was on Friday, I talked about this. I'm in a position where I'm really starting to struggle to figure out what exactly to stream. Right? I've been trying some new games to see how people fare to them. That was The Forest, that was The Sims 4. I've been trying some new games to see if people like them. See if I can reach to new parts, to reach new communities and bring people in. Now, they haven't quite panned out, but that's almost to be expected. That's like it's trying a new thing. And that's kind of what Fridays have always been. Fridays have usually, more often than not, been my testing things out. It was either Fridays or Sundays. You know, one of those 2 days were usually the days I would set aside to specifically try out new streams and see kind of what games work, maybe follow whatever trendy game it is, just to like play something different. It was never really, I always had one day set aside for something different. I think it was Fridays were usually for like the past month or so. The Fridays have been scheduled to be Helldivers. And I've enjoyed Helldivers. Don't get me wrong. Helldivers is a great game. I have enjoyed playing Helldivers. Great game. But, unfortunately, my poor computer has recently been running into some issues with it, where it specifically says it is an overloaded encoder, which, to the uninitiated, simply means that trying to play anything that is overloading the encoder results in really laggy and jumpy streams. They don't look good. They look pretty bad. They look pretty yucky. All things considered, they aren't good. They aren't the quality that I want. So, I decided I won't play it anymore. But then comes the issue. If I'm not playing Helldivers, what am I going to play? Now, in all honesty, in complete transparency, that's what The Forest and The Sims 4 were supposed to be. They were supposed to be testing the waters to try and figure out what exactly I'd want to replace Helldivers with. Right? Something that's maybe a little bit trendier, maybe a little bit on the trendier side, but my computer can handle it and we can still have fun. I have yet to find anything. I've yet to find a single thing that fits that category. I can't find something that either I enjoy playing, that my computer can stream with decent quality, or that I can play alone, right? So for example, I have enjoyed Lethal Company. Lethal Company is a fun game. However, I cannot stream Lethal Company alone. I want to play Content Warning. You cannot stream Content Warning alone. I would like to stream Apex. My computer cannot stream Apex with good quality. Same thing with Fortnite. So there are all these games that I would be interested in streaming, but they either don't reach my standards, or they just wouldn't work for whatever reason. They would not work out. So as I mentioned, because I was struggling to figure out what exactly would be my long-term game, that's what The Forest, that's what Sims were supposed to be. But because that's what those days were, I essentially now had 2 days where I couldn't quite figure out what to play. Sundays were always like a more open day. Fridays were supposed to be scheduled. Well, I've been trying new games for Friday, which means Sunday is also open. Meaning the games that I would normally play The Forest and I would normally play The Sims on Sundays, because those are the days to try out new things, are instead moved to Fridays. Which means I have nothing to play on Sundays. So that leads to today. I was thinking, and I was desperately trying to figure out what on earth we could possibly play. You know, I went through the usuals, like, oh, Apex, no. Oh, Fortnite, no. Helldivers, I already tried that. Do I just play The Sims again? Do I just play The Forest again? What do I do? What am I going to do today? Then it hit me. Recently, in hit trading card game Magic the Gathering, they released a new set. A new collection of cards with a fun little theme. You see, they released a set all about cowboys and outlaws and the wild, wild west. And I thought, you know what's the modern Wild West? The modern era of, what exactly, where are the rules? Why are there no, what, like, it is wild. That's what the Wild West was. That's what I mean. That's what Red Dead Redemption 2 was all about. Was the loss of the Wild West. Was how modernization has broken down the wild nature of what the world was, of what I guess the U.S. was at the time, right? So I was thinking, what's on theme? What would the current modern? That's the important thing. What is the current modern Wild West? Then it hit me. What's some new emerging product that has few governing rules, nobody really understands, and those that do understand it don't want anything to change? Artificial intelligence. That's right. If you think about it. Current standards, current laws and regulations regarding artificial intelligence are lax, to put it lightly. There aren't many, and the ones that there are don't do a lot in regards to enforcement. Artificial intelligence deriving art, like in quote unquote inspiration from real artists without credit. Is that illegal? Are they allowed to do that? Where is that line drawn? And regardless of where we stand, regardless of how we personally feel about it, these are the questions that people are asking. These are the questions that are causing this wild nature. So, I started thinking, what can I do? What can I use here to keep it wild? To really share that that feeling of helplessness to the nature of the Wild West. Then it hit me. I'll use AI to try and beat real players. Yes, my dear cultists. Today we're harnessing the power of artificial intelligence to try to win Magic the Gathering. Now you might be asking yourself, well, how are we going to do this? How exactly are we going to implement this? And it's simple. We will let AI choose what we're playing. We will let artificial intelligence build the entire deck. Now, as it stands, I don't think AI is even close to being advanced enough to know how to make the level, like the intellectual depth needed to plan out actual play. But we can see if they're able to use their vast knowledge to build something to beat real people with. I'll be piloting whatever they build, but it's entirely up to them to build it for us. So let me take us over to the game. Give it a moment. Give it a moment. It's not used to this one yet. There it is. See? We got it. Let us first. Thank you for my what can I say? It's you know what? Actually, I need to get changed real quick. Hang on. Red, you're in charge. I'll be right back. Hang on. I just realized something. I gotta be right back. Okay. You keep an eye on things. I won't be long. Okay. All right. Got it taken care of. Handled it. Got everything put together. What's going on? Red? What are you doing there, bud? What everything go well? Everybody under control? I hope they didn't cause too much of a ruckus while I was away. I hope everything's going okay. Yeah, they behave themselves. That's good. That's good. I hope so. I hope they behave themselves. It's kind of important. All right. It's time. It's time to build our deck, to create the very thing that will bring us to victory using the power of artificial intelligence. And to present this power, I figured there's no one better to harness, to embody, to encapsulate this power than our very own mascot. That's a strong word. Than our very own creature, Hecate. All right. All right, let's see. Okay. Hecate. Hey, how you doing? I need you, to the best of your ability, to make us a Magic the Gathering deck with Pioneer legal cards.
As Hecate, I delight in weaving spells that reflect the twisted nature of my being.
Mm-hmm.
A Pioneer legal deck.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Let me craft one that embodies the deceptive allure and cunning manipulation that are my trademarks. Deck name,
okay.
Shadows of Hecate.
Shadows of Hecate. That's a cool name.
Creatures, 18.
Okay.
4 Night Veil Spectre.
Night Veil.
4 Thief of Sanity.
Oh, she's just going.
4 Brazen Borrower.
Sanity.
3 Gonti, Lord of Luxury. 3
Brazen.
Hostage Taker.
Gonti.
Sorceries, 16. 4 Thoughtseize. 4 Fatal Push. 4
Fatal.
Drown in the Log.
Oh god, she's just going.
4 Thought Erasure.
Yeah, Drown in the Log.
Enchantments,
no.
4.
Thought Erasure.
For the Eldest Reborn.
Artifacts.
Artifacts,
That's not it.
2.
No, that's not it.
2
I've already
Witching
lost
Well.
it. Okay.
Planeswalkers, 2.
Okay. That's... I could get those.
Ashiok, Nightmare Muse.
Ashiok. I know those
Lands,
ones. I know those
18.
ones. I don't have that
4
one.
Watery Grave.
Watery Grave,
4
okay.
Drowned Catacomb. 4 Fabled Passage.
Catacomb.
2 Island. 4 Swamp.
2
Sideboard,
Island.
15.
I'm not doing the sideboard. That's fine.
3
You can shut up
Aether
about the sideboard.
Gust.
Okay, she's just gonna keep going.
3 Noxious Grasp.
2 Island. She's just
2
going.
Mystical
God,
Dispute. 2 Ceremonious Rejection.
Oh, ceremony.
2
All right,
Disdainful
this is
Stroke.
she's going on the sideboard. You'd eat the
3
cat if
Kalidas,
society's laws wouldn't prevent
Traitor
you.
of
Well,
Ghent.
hang on a minute.
This
How would you
deck
prepare it?
seeks
That's the
to
important
disrupt
thing.
the opponent's plans while leveraging their own resources against them.
Okay.
Cards like Thoughtseize and Thought Erasure
yeah.
allow you to strip away their
Thought
key spells
Erasure?
before they can be cast, while creatures like Night Veil Spectre and Thief of Sanity steal from their
Okay.
library,
Yes. Okay.
turning their own cards against
Man,
them.
that's brutal.
The
She's
Eldest Reborn
scary.
adds further insult by forcing them to sacrifice their creatures or planeswalkers,
that makes
or
sense.
potentially reanimating one of your own. Brazen Borrower
that was the
provides
enchantment, right?
versatility as both a creature and a disruptive spell,
Brazen Borrower
and
is a
Gonti
popular
and
one, that's not
Hostage
surprising.
Taker continue the theme of stealing your
Hostage
opponent's
Taker?
resources. In the
Oh,
sideboard,
gods.
you'll find additional tools to handle specific
I'm not doing the
threats
sideboard,
or
that's fine.
matchups, such as
Okay.
counter spells,
Yes, I get it.
removal,
Thank you-
and
thank
even
you,
a creature
Hecate.
like
Thank you.
Kalidas. Traitor of
Okay,
Ghent to
she's just
further
gonna keep going.
disrupt graveyard strategies. May the shadows of
I know,
Hecate cloak you
she's-
in deception and lead you to victory.
Right.
Or
I
perhaps
forgot the
to your own
name was
unraveling.
the what was this? This was the deck called Shadows of Hecate. Yeah. she's a little nerdy, but that's okay. That's okay. All right, I need to actually see what cards we have here, cuz why is it? Yes, just delete the. Okay, it's not wanting to remove the cards. All right, build. This is Explorer legal. Okay, so I have the full transcript here. Thank you, Hecate. I really appreciate that. That was very cool of you. Shadows of Hecate, I suppose. Now, the problem I'm really running into is I don't have a lot of the cards she named. Night Veil. I don't have... I have Predator. I don't have Spectre, do I? That's not a thing. What? Okay, great start. So she's asking for a card that doesn't exist. Thief of Sanity? I have one of those. It's rare. All right, so great start. Brazen. I think I have full place at Brazen Borrower. Yeah, for Brazen Borrower. Gonti. I have one. That's great. We're doing great so far. Hostage Taker. I also only have one of those. Oh no, I have full set of Thoughtseizes. That's not a problem. Also, how you doing, Toasty? It's been a little bit. How you hanging? Sorry, I was... Wow, that was a lot. that was a lot. Drown in the lock. The cat knows so much that she's creating her own cards that don't exist. I swear, like, I don't know how she's able to do that. Oh man, do you think eating her? Well, do you think that'll work? Cause I mean, it's right there. I mean, it wouldn't be hard to just take a chomp out. I mean, I'm right here. It's right here. I mean, accidents happen all the time. It would be a real shame if I just took a little chompus out. Said if you drink immortal blood, you become immortal as well. That's true. You have a point. you have a point. She wants 4 of these. Yeah, well, of course. I don't even know if that thing is or isn't immortal. And at this point, I'm honestly too scared to ask. I've kind of just given up trying to figure that one out. 2 islands? 2 islands and 4 swamps. Wow, she's running 18 lands. That's wild. So it seems as though they really want me to make... Also, weren't there... Wait, hang on. I'm missing something, right? I've got to be missing something. Night Veil Spectre. That's the thing I couldn't find. Is that an actual card? Night Veil Spectre. I think it is... It is a card. Okay, it does exist. It's just not in this. What does it say? Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, that player exiles the top card of the library, you may play cards. So it's just stealing things. I can easily find something to replace that. Bit of a bummer that I don't have it. I also don't have a full playset of Thought Erasure. I mean, I guess it's not a bad idea to get a couple extra. So I can make those. Thieves of Sanity I'm not making, which is not great. I don't know if I want to make more of Gonti. I can make the Eldest Reborn, but that's not great. And Ashiok is... This is probably the worst Ashiok that's been printed. So we're off to a great start. I'm willing to make the Fable Passages because I don't have enough, and I think those are just a good land. So we're gonna need to figure out how to tinker on this a little bit, right? I'm gonna try and stay as true to the idea as possible. Try to stick to the theme as best as I possibly can, but I can't be spending all of these materials that I don't have to make things that aren't that are just for this. I don't know if I can do that. So how are we gonna do this? Question? All right, answer. What is your question, Toasty? What you got? Ain't Cowboys anti-magic or something? You'd think, but you know what's really interesting? Because I can see that. I can totally see that. However, counterpoint, they just released a whole set about cowboys. It's all cowboy stuff. They literally made the holy cow. Lassoed by the law. What if I told the Pope you're in town? What you doing? Oh gods. Not Not him. What's his name? What's the Pope's name? Does he have a name? Pope Francis? Who's the Pope? Pope Francis. Not Mr. Does he have a last name, or is it just Francis? Jorge. What? So wait, hang on. Pope Francis isn't his name. He was born Jorge Mario Bergoglio. Huh. So Mr. Jorge Mario himself. Trying to sin if we dress him. I mean, it depends. You know, it's Is it? I'm not Catholic, so it's not a sin. Nope. I don't. Would it? Can you be religiously persecuted for dead naming the Pope? Can you be in trouble for dead naming the Pope? Is that a crime? Let Pope Mario Goomba stomp my brains out. Honestly, what a way to go. What a way to go. I didn't even consider that. Oh gods. That's wild. I didn't know that Francis wasn't his actual name. Huh. Card opponent. So I'm trying to stay to the same theme that our dear Hecate here set up, but I don't know how many of those kind of cards I have. We learned a lot here. Truly, yes. Dead naming a pope, yes please. I mean, God, that's so dumb. That's so dumb. Thanks Hecate for blessing us. I know, thank you Hecate. Truly. What a saint. Not what I expected to be learning today, but you know. Huh. That is wild. Now, what's also wild is I have no idea how to make this work. So they want me to be casting a lot of things that I don't own. Problem is, I don't know what cards those would be, which is not great. Sometimes you're glad if your family has no idea what you say online. You know, yeah, I think that's the general consensus. I don't think I ever want my family listening in on even my streams. There's a reason I don't show anybody the videos I make. And it's not just because I think they're bad. Yeah, no, I don't know if my extended family would be very happy with me dead naming the Pope. I don't think they'd appreciate that very much. Okay, so we do need to fix some things here. So the main idea is to steal the things that aren't mine and play them anyway. I don't know how I'm gonna do that. Certainly can't let them see our future. Yeah, but wholesome. Of course. Yeah, very, very wholesome stuff. Yeah, no, we wouldn't want anybody. We wouldn't want anybody to see that, right? Toast. What was it you were saying, Red? Strap your dad down and force him to watch all your content. My dad probably just get bored. Grandmother? Yeah, that's where it is. That's where the catch is. My grandmother definitely would not like it. Definitely not a fan. I think she would just think it's... I don't even know. Like, I don't think it would be a directly, like, aggressive response, but she wouldn't like it. Namely because I play things with... violence. Violent games. Goodness gracious. I have a little story about that, but I'll go into that later. For wholesome quality purposes, would you consider your character... Subway, of course. Of course. You know, right, you know, I do appreciate some Subway stuff every now and then. Probably Dom, you know, like Domino's Pizza, you know, like pizza, Subway's, you know, Subway is great, but Domino's offers some really great sandwich options. So, you know, for wholesome quality stuff, definitely Dom for Domino's, of course. Is running a cold. I didn't even think about that. Gods, you're right, Red. Oh no. Oh no. I could never explain that it's a whole thing. There's no way. More of a meat sub. You know, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. That you know, that checks out. But there's, you know, there's no shame to it. That's perfectly normal. That's not an ash shock I can use here. So what? Okay. Return, maybe just like creature from graveyard to battlefield. Because that would let me hit things that are in their graveyard as well. I need specifically blue and black because those are the colors that she chose. Personally like to switch between the two. Alright, I can appreciate it. Some variety is always good, right? There's some variety to your repertoire. Never hurts. So I can understand that. There's a lot of shame to some sandwiches, but that's part of it. All right. Okay. You got me there. Yeah. You got me there. And what can I say? Domino's enjoyers, such as myself, definitely really like talking shit towards, you know, Subway enjoyers. Maybe it's a tism within you, but you don't switch for your comfort. You know? Also fair. Also fair. Hang on. Hang on. Let me cook. I had a thought. It's gone. I'm losing my thought. Hang on. Where'd it go? No. Let me have this. Don't take this from me. Don't take this from me. No, I had a thought. That's a rogue. It's a specter. I only have one though. That's a rogue. I could pirate. I could theoretically. Okay. I could convert this a little bit, still sticking to the theme of stealing their things because that's important. I could convert this to be partially rogue based because I don't think I have many, if any, cards that are designed to specifically steal from my opponents. They exist. I just don't think I have any of them. And I don't want to spend too many things. Boy's too busy thinking about, hey, look. When you are so strictly Domino's person like me, you know, you have to put thought into this kind of thing. You have to do some consideration. Your graveyard. You know, you have to think about your options. Exile a creature from a graveyard. This is the kind of thing I need. Return creature from your... Oh, that's from my graveyard. That's not quite it. From my graveyard. So what? From your graveyard. From a graveyard. I only have one. That sucks. What sacrifices a non-target permanent? Return target creature from your graveyard. I don't want my graveyard. I want to hit any graveyard. From a graveyard onto the battlefield. That's what I needed. This is it. I have 4 of them. That works. Great. Need a ref sheet of your character in many angles. That's, you know, you make a good point. I'll provide what I can. Unfortunately, I have... I've been meaning to get it done. Don't get me wrong. I've been meaning to get one done. I don't have a ref sheet. I will get one together soon. I'm absolutely gonna get one together because, you know, for sub sandwich options, of course, for sandwich opportunities, it's very important. I'll get one. I'll make sure, you know, I'll make sure to find one and get one together. That's on me. Okay, I guess I have to run Vat Emergence, which isn't great, but it's from any graveyard, so that'll do. I think, okay, I know, I see Hecate's vision. I see what she wants, right? And I think I know what to do. We're gonna splurge a little bit. We're gonna go rogues. right? Because, specifically, rogue class synergizes with rogues, lets me steal things of theirs regularly. That's just how it works. I could throw in Halo Forager, who also steals things. And we run Zareth San, the Trickster, because basically whenever he deals combat damage to a player, I get to steal something from their graveyard. Point blank period. I steal something from their graveyard. So, the plan is to try keep it as genuine and as original to Hecate's vision as possible without spending all of my rare and mythic cards to steal their stuff. The battlefield. I might swap Hostage Taker for something that's a little more rogue based, but other than that, we're trying to stick genuine. Weird if you were the one drawing your characters eating sandwiches together for the treaty. No, I don't think that would be weird at all. I would honestly, I haven't seen a whole lot of your art. I have not seen a whole lot of your art, but you made your chibi avatar, right? The PNG, you made that, if I'm not mistaken. I think I remember seeing you do all the art. All the art? Hang on. There are some things there that I'm flabbergasted. Because I thought I could have sworn you had commissioned some of those. Everything? Including like emotes and stuff? Because some of it, like, it looks like you, I don't know. It looks like you absolutely would have paid someone for it because it's good. All your emotes, wow. That's really impressive. Then yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, go for it. By all means. I think that would be awesome. For the treaty, of course. I gods know I would offer to help if I could draw worth a damn. Okay. Turn that off. Sticking to, man, Witching Well is not great. I don't know why she has that. Rogue class, Thought Erasure, Brazen Bar, Halo Forager. Those make sense. So the rest. Yep. Vat Emergence. Yep. Zareth San. I have 3 open slots. I think maybe, yeah, for the treaty. Of course. What else would it be? No, there's nothing else. I think maybe something that makes them unblockable. That would be a good call. Or so I have things that make them discard. I have things that counter and destroy things. Turn to hand. Lets me cast a spell. This is gonna be real janky, but I think, well, yeah, let's do 3 Fairy Miscreants. That's not bad. Lose a Zareth San, add a Fairy Miscreant. Okay. To the best of my ability, this is mostly a deck put together and made by AI. Shadows of Hecate. I'm going to change the art real quick. Thought Erasure works. I think that's cool. I'm going to spend half of my rare wild cards making Fable passive, which is good because that is a very good land. And we're going to see how well this goes. I'm not confident. Thank you, Hecate, for your input. Hang on. Red or blue. Attack with 30 creatures. That works, you know? That does it. We're going to go to Explorer. And we're going to try Shadows of Hecate. You know what? No, we're going to try Ranked. We're going to try Explorer Ranked. We're going to play ranked games with this deck that AI mostly made. This can only go well. Hang on. I just realized something. I forgot the lands I put in were not great. I do need to fix those. I got a little bit ahead of myself there. That's on me. My bad. I need to fix the lands. We go multicolor land, 2 of these. Just basically load this in with any land that is 2 color and can come in untapped. There we go. And then no, I don't want another one. Suggest, bring it down to 60. There we go. Perfect. Now we're ready. Because she did specifically recommend using a bunch of dual lands that I just don't own. I don't own multiple copies of. So I figured I should probably, to stay as genuine as possible, swap those out for ones that I do have copies of. Because I think we're trying to stay as close to Hegate's vision as possible. Because clearly, with the power, we're harnessing the power of AI. We're harnessing artificial intelligence. Clearly, artificial intelligence will have the capability of creating a nigh unbeatable deck. Now, of course, there are some changes that had to be made, but the concept is solid. It's still there. And we're going to make it work. So, for making purposes, I must ask you... Oh, yes. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm legal. For sandwich making purposes, of course. Yes. Good thing to double check on. That's you know, that's important. But yes. All right. Here we go. Shadows of Hecate, Phase 1. Going great. We're off to a strong start. We got a turn 1. That's not great. John and the Lock can't do anything if they have a creature, but that's fine. Enters tapped. Sure, I'll swing for my 1 damage. Why not? I'll get my 1 damage in. Also, enjoy playing your enjoy playing your Apex there, Toasty. This is their graveyard, right? Destroy target creature in its controllers. Yes, so I could destroy their things. They're running black and they looked at my creature, so I'm guessing they're probably... Are they running... Is this the undergrowth thing? No, what did... Changeling... Skeletons, maybe? What are they doing? What is their strategy here? Huh. Interesting. I guess we'll see. Stalking music. Hey, look. Just cause it showed up on my notifications, yeah, they're running skeletons. Interesting. I respect that. You never see skeletons. Not skeleton tribal, at least. Look, I got a notification. It showed up. I might as well address it, okay? We'll do swamp. They have not put anything in their graveyard, which is so tragic. Because I kind of need things to be in their graveyard. Maybe I can put some things in their graveyard. Look, the top 4 cards. Exile one of them face down, put the rest on the bottom of your library. You may cast that card for as long as it remains exiled. So mana of any color. Okay. I'll take Prosperous Innkeeper. No attacks. Mainly because he will keep me alive. Gonti has done his job. He can now... Oh, there it is. That's not great. A 4/3. God dang. 4/3. We'll do this. I'm gonna lose my creatures, but that's, you know, if they have something in their graveyard, I have something to work with. I know I wanted to make a skeleton deck myself, so you know this is just good information for me. This is good information for me to be gathering. There's no instant or sorcerer for me to steal. Witching Well is really not the card I wanted to see right now. But it's the card I'm gonna play. Thoughtseize, these aren't great. They don't have anything in their graveyard for me to do. Pass the turn. I can Drown in the Lock something if they spend all their mana. But they probably won't. Or they might. There it is. Kind of target spell. Oh, oopsie. It enters. They get to retrieve it. Put it on top of their library. Good to know. Good to know. Does Prosperous Innkeeper go to their graveyard or does it go to mine? It doesn't really matter, but I would really appreciate it if they had things in their graveyard. Yeah, you can do it. I don't. You can draw your cards. You have your 1 mana. Fine. Pass. Woof. I mean, I already see the outcome now. Yeah. Screw it. Destroy this punk. Gone. Fairy Miscreant. Great. That's the one I needed right now. Perfect. I'll just play Halo Forager for nothing. Well, yeah, I'll just get it out so I have a creature. There we go. Perfect. It's not like they're just gonna cast their big guy. Oh. You know what? Go for it. Destroy them. By all means. Because you just kind of screwed yourself over there. Namely because now they're going to cast themselves, I'm guessing. You know what? No, I don't want that. Counter that. We're not doing this. Gone. Be gone. No more skeletons for you. I mean, you're still going to win, but I don't... No. Just no. I will not block so that I can get... I could do one thing. And it's the thing I'm going to do. 4, unblocked. Swing. No. All right. Yep. That's what I intended. To flash them. I mean, it wouldn't have changed anything. I would have gotten a 2/2 skeleton, and that's all I would have retrieved from that. But you know, cool, great. I'm seeing some flaws in the deck here, some issues, namely. The deck sucks, but you know, maybe it's me. Maybe I'm doing it wrong, right? Maybe I'm piloting things poorly. You know, that happens. Let's give it another shot. I don't think anything needs to be changed. It is a perfect deck, and it's not like playing in a format where people are more competitive will inherently screw me over. That would be crazy. That's definitely not happening. No, definitely not. Instead, we're gonna keep doing this. And if it doesn't work out this time, maybe we'll change things up. I'm sure it'll be great. I'm sure this time we're gonna absolutely steamroll with our plethora of turn 1 plays that benefit me in no way. Yes, Zareth Sand. That's with no other rogues to play. That is a great card right now. Okay, yeah, sure. We'll keep this. This you see, we're already making progress. That's progress. We're gonna top down. Cool. They're going health. That's not great. Manageable, but not great. Because I want to get out rogue class this turn. I don't think they're gonna remove Fairy Miscreant. It's just not usually worth it. That's the problem. As now they have something to block my creature with. Cool. Great. Well then. Oh, thank you, Vat Emergence. That's exactly what I needed right now. Glad to see you here. Nope, we're not attacking. If they swing with Healer's Hawk, right? If they get their flyer out of the way, then I will be able to... I don't know. I'll be able to... there it is. Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm not surprised. If they're running life gain, they're going to be running angels, and that's just a given. Well then, have a swamp, I guess. I will pass the turn. Great. They're going to get to 7 health, and then I am screwed. Because I just need to play an angel or cleric that has health, that has life, what, 2 above, 2 or more, and yep, there it is. Well, that's a human. That's not an angel or a cleric, but they'll gain health from attacking, and then Righteous Valkyrie will trigger. So, yep, there it is. You know what? Screw it. I won't block. Hit me. crazy how life gain goes wild and then screws me over. That's wild. 36 health, yeah. Insane. Give me these. Wow, they don't have anything in their graveyard, so that's not gonna do anything. Cool. And now they have 2 flyers, meaning I'm not gonna be getting any damage through. Here's a fairy miscreant, I guess. Ah, a land. Perfect. All part of my plan. I'm just going to leave now because they will be able to attack for more damage than I can block, and I will have no creatures. So, you know, despite its best effort, AI, not great on its first try. Not great on its first try. But maybe it just needs to try again. You know, I'll admit, the first deck I ever made wasn't great. You know, it was pretty bad. Not as bad as that, but it was still pretty bad. So maybe it just needs another attempt. You know, it needs to have another try before, you know, we can't make a definitive choice or any answer. So I think it's only fair that we let it try again, right? So I'm gonna get in here ready. All right. All right. Okay. I know. Oh no! It seems like the deck didn't quite work out. Can you make another one for me? Pretty please?
Of course, let's try another deck.
Okay.
Perhaps one with a different strategy.
That's a good idea. I like that
Deck
idea.
Name Veil of Shadows.
Veil of Shadows. All right,
Creatures, 22.
Oh, that's a lot of creatures.
4 Siren Storm Tamer.
Siren Storm.
4 Spectral Sailor.
Spectral.
4 Merfolk Trickster.
Merfolk
4
Trickster.
Master of Waves. For Thassa, God of the Sea. 2
I don't have that.
Gadwick, the Wizened.
Oh, the Wizened?
Instant sorceries, 10. 4
Opt.
4 Essence Scatter. 2 Drown in the
Essence
Lock.
Scatter?
Enchantments, 4.
Drown in the Lock. She likes Drown in the
For
Lock.
Curious Obsession. Artifacts, 2.
Okay,
2
she's lost me.
Clock.
Midnight.
Planeswalkers, 2. 2 Jace, Wielder of
Jace.
Mysteries.
Jace.
Lands,
Wielder.
20. 20 Island.
20 Island.
Sideboard,
Wait, but you
15.
have black cards in there.
3 Negate.
Hang on.
3 Ether Gust.
Hold on there.
2 Mystical Dispute. 2
Uh,
Ceremonious Rejection.
3
3
She's already off to a
Brazen
strange
Borrower.
start. She wanted Drown in the Lock, but
2
she doesn't have
Entrancing Melody.
any swamps.
This deck focuses on a tempo
What are you doing?
strategy, aiming to control the game while steadily building an advantage.
Oh, hi, Lemon. How are
Siren
you?
Storm
I'm doing
Tamer
okay.
and Spectral Sailor provide early
Just
presence
being
and
told what
card
to make
draw,
by
while
Hecate
Merfolk
here.
Trickster disrupts opponents' creatures.
Okay.
Master of Waves generates an army of elementals, synergizing with Thassa, God of the
Master of-
Sea, who offers card filtering and unblockable threats.
Master of Waves?
Gadwick,
What?
the Wizened, acts as both a control tool and card
What?
draw engine. Opt and Essence Scatter maintain control over the board, while Curious Obsession provides continuous card advantage. Midnight Clock serves as a reset button if the game goes long, and Jace, Wielder of Mysteries, offers an alternate win condition. In the sideboard, you'll find additional counterspells and removal to adapt to different matchups,
yeah, I know those,
along
but
with
we
Brazen
don't
Borrower
do the
for added
sideboard right now.
tempo, and Entrancing Melody for stealing opponents' threats.
Mm-hmm.
May the Veil of Shadows conceal your
Gadwick.
intentions as you navigate the complexities of the game.
Thank you, Hecate. Very, very wise. Couple issues right out the gate. We'll tackle those, I guess. I really don't want to spend more on common wildcards. All right, trying to learn to do this Saul Goodman intro music. Ooh, that sounds cool. That sounds really cool. I hope you're able to learn that. So some issues right out the gate. Merfolk Trickster is not a bad call. That is not a bad call at all. Drown in the Lock doesn't. She wanted 20 islands. I can't use this card. I want to be as genuine to her wishes as possible, but I can't do that. so... I don't... There's also no such thing as a Merfolk Trickster. Well, wait, Merfolk Trickster's there. Okay. There was no Master of the Waves. That was the one. Master of the Winds. Is Master of the Waves a card that just doesn't... It's not in this format? Just do it when you don't know what to play. You know, that works for me. Honestly, I totally get that. Have it...
Who's a good boy?
I don't know. I don't know. Stop it. Could be anyone. Okay. Master of the Waves magic. Ah, it's a mythic from Theros. Of course it doesn't exist. Wait, what? When he enters battle, put a number of elementals on the battlefield equal to your devotion to blue. That does sound cool. That sounds like a cool way to create a win condition, but wait a second. In this battlefield, put a number of 1/0 blue elemental creature on the battlefield. But they get +1/+1, so they become 2/1s. Okay, okay. So they start... That's so weird. That's so weird. But alright, sure. That sounds cool. It's not... I can't do that, but it's a neat idea. Maybe when enters battlefield token? Maybe there's something I can substitute that for. Like another... It's not necessarily a win condition, but something similar. Something that like fills the field, I guess. Create a bird. I do really like Geralf. Cast a spell during your turn other than your first, you create a zombie. And then zombies enter with a 1/1 counter. Like that sounds so cool. That sounds so cool. I really want to make that a thing. So I might indulge myself a little bit and make some Geralf cards so that I can use that as a substitute for Master of the Waves because they just don't exist. Yeah, and just battlefield created black zombie. Yeah, let's give this a try. 3 Geralfs because I wanted to use them. I want to make them anyway, and I'm not really seeing any other way to get a similar effect. Is it non-creature or just spell? First spell. Cast a spell. Yeah, so I could easily chain out a bunch of things with how cheap these creatures are. Merfolk Trickster, I can make that. That works. I can't use Drawn on the Lock. That's not going to work. Midnight Clock is fine. I can't use Jace. She wanted an alternate win condition. But the only alternate win condition that blue really offers is milling out or something along those lines. So we'll see. Hello, Bread. Oh my goodness. Hello. Hi, how are you? Hello. How are you doing today? How do I... Okay. So she wanted... What was her strategy? The tempo, aiming to control the game, building advantage. So I guess more counter spells and card draw. So like maybe a consider for the card draw. Some spell pierce. Pierce, P-I-E, yeah. What is your first talent? Maybe because spell other than your first during your turn, so it does specify my turn. So maybe not. Hermit? The blue one, Hermit. Malevolent Hermit. Oh, that is a fun one. I do like that card. Tricky thing is I have 3 rare wild cards left. I like it. I like the card. Why isn't he used more often? Doesn't he kind of... That seems good. Is it because it's a 2-drop that Siren Storm Tamer basically covers for 1? I don't see him very often. I like that card though. I remember looking at it before and wanting to use it. Because I'm trying to use as few wild cards as possible. My exception is Geralf. Because I like Geralf. I really wanted to build something around him anyway. So I'm making an excuse to run him. I can't use Midnight Clock because I only have the 1. What else did she? What did the AI want? Negate. That's not a bad one. Counter, spell, draw. There's got to be something that does that. Maybe for like 3 mana. Cost 1 less. Whenever you cast a spell or ability, counters a spell, you may draw a card. That would be kind of funny. I'm not going to do it because I'd feel a little bit bad, but it would be kind of funny. Test of Talents could be real fun. Who are you building the deck for? So I'm building the deck for me. However, if you will, as you can see here, I have a good I don't know if friend is the right word. The thing that looks like a cat here told me what it wanted for a deck. Now, the last time it did here, I can show you what it did last time because I'm assuming you have a little bit of familiarity with some cards. This is the last one it made, with some modifications because it's the same issue. I don't want to spend all my wild cards. I have like 3, so I don't want to use them all. Witching Well, Fatal Push, Thoughtseize, Drown in the Lock, Rogue Class. She wanted 4 Rogue Class. Yeah, I think it's Rogue Class. She wanted 4 Brazen Borrowers, 4 Gonti. And I think I had to improvise the rest because they were all rares or they were things that weren't an explorer. So I took a rogue approach while using all of the cards I could from her request. Not great. The mana curve is all over the place. But we tried. Didn't quite work out. She wanted 18 lands. When the most expensive card was a 5 mana enchantment. It was Eldest Reborn, I think. Eldest. I need not collected. Yeah, she wanted 4 of these. But I figured Vat Emergence would probably it would suffice without spending 4 uncommon wild cards on that. But she wanted 18 lands, which, you know, I can work with that, but I don't know if I don't know about that one, Chief. I don't know if 18 lands will make that work, especially when there is no card draw. The Fairy Miscreants I put in there. There was no other way to draw cards. So yeah, so she's had a tough time so far. But we're trying to stay true to her wishes. Gods. What else does she want? She wanted Siren Storm Tamer, Merfolk Trickster, Spectral Sailor. Yeah. I have those. More counter spells. Essence Scatter is interesting choice to have 4 Essence Scatters, but you know, counter spell. Mono blue. She also wanted to have, what was it, Drown in the Lock, and then the lands she noted was 20 islands. That was it. That was all the lands she gave. So we're gonna see. Sensor could work. I mean, I don't necessarily know if I need a sensor. I could. Target's me. I mean, a negate would never. Well, I have so many flyers. I have those. Revolt Trickster isn't flying, but there's a good chance I'll have a flyer, so I'll throw in like 2 Lofty Denials. Why not? I can see that working. Yeah, let's stick with that. 2 Lofty Denials to try and control things a little bit. So you're gonna pilot decks on your own? Yeah. I feel like the time it would take for me to try and get AI to run things would be a lot. Plus, it doesn't respond fast enough to actually play the game, unless I was playing without timers, which unfortunately just it's not gonna. I can't do that. So unfortunately, I am gonna have to be the one that runs it, especially since the AI isn't familiar with any cards beyond. If its latest knowledge is what, 2021, it knows up to. I want to say it knows up to 2021. That was. It wasn't. Wilds of Eldraine was 2020, right? 2021. Magic sets released in. No, not in total. Magic sets released in 2021. All it picked up was on the word 2021. Magic sets released in 2021. Adventures of the Forgotten Realms, Kaldheim, Strixhaven, Eldraine. Yeah. So I think its knowledge is up to Throne of Eldraine. And maybe a little bit beyond, but that's pretty much the extent. So it's a little limited in its knowledge. So we're trying to help it out here. Can I strike a spell with controller pace 2? Reasonable doubt wouldn't be bad. Okay, I need to be genuine. Do I want 4 Merfolk Tricksters? Is the question. It's a fun card. It's 4 uncommon wilds that I don't know if I want to do that. I want creatures with flash. Maybe. I don't know. I'm scared. Maybe swap it for something with flying. Maybe the Brazen Borrower would be fine. Brazen Borrow. It's got flying. It can control things to a certain degree. Lets me add another Lofty Denial. Yeah, that works for me. Geralf, Siren Storm Tamer, and then 4. So I have some card draw. Some counter spells. Geralf is my win condition. Oh, she wanted Curious Obsession. Right, that makes sense. Curious Obsession. There we go. I completely forgot that she specifically asked for that. Essence Scatter, Opt. Yes. And this is called the Veil of Shadows, I suppose. Sure. Do I have any other Jace that would fit? She wanted Jace Wielder of Mysteries. No, I do not. All right. Cool. Great. So I end up using gods. 3. Do I really have to run? I bumped it up from 20 to 22 because I don't know if I want to go down to 20 lands. I'm gonna be a little cheeky. I'm gonna throw in some special lands there too, so they, you know, we have a little bit of variety. Copy of a creature. That's always fun, but I think, I don't know. I guess we're just going to be. There we go. All right, craft it up. Wait, gotta give it the right name. Veil of. What was it? Veil of Mysteries? Of Shadows. Because that's a fitting name for a mono blue deck. There we go. To the best of my abilities, this is the Veil of Shadows. Surely this is gonna go swell. Surely this is gonna be this will go swimmingly. AI truly is the future. It's truly going to outsource us all in our very own hobbies. By harnessing this knowledge, this vast library of extensive intellect, surely we can absolutely stomp our opponents. Yeah, I'm confident. This will work. There's nothing that could possibly go wrong here? Hey, I got my win condition. Sick. I'm realizing now I don't know how I'm gonna make Geralt work. Because the creatures I'd want to be playing out turn 1 are things I'd want to play with Geralt out. Huh. Maybe I'll just hold on to things. Maybe I'll hold my place up until I have to start playing things. Right? They can have their Omen of the Sea. That's whatever. They can cast that. Cool. Next turn I can get out Geralt, and then they can kill him using probably Power Word Kill, maybe? Oh, that's what they're doing. Yeah, they're running a Yorion thing. Well, I've got time until they get their Yorion combos out, so. Do they have? Are they gonna play a land for the turn? They sure are. All right, will we get to play Geralt without him dying next turn? Let's find out. If he dies, I guess I'll just wait, because there's nothing else I can do about it. Is that every creature or just creatures you own? Okay, cool. Next turn. Guess we open with Spectral Sailor if they don't kill it. All right, sick. We get to actually play things. All right. I want to consider. Yeah, that'd be funny. Do I take it? No, I'll try and fish for something else. Not quite what I needed, but you know, it works. Here's a Spectral Sailor. Here's my zombie. Let me attack. Here's hoping they cast something at instant speed. No. That sucks. End turn. Do something on my end step. You suck. Ha! Ha! Yeah, you suck it. Ha! Ha! 2 zombies now. They're gonna board wipe? Yep, there it is. I mean, it was worth a shot. I got somewhere, and that's the important thing, right? Screw it. I'm gonna put my Spell Pierce back on top of the library. Specifically, just so that they know they know what I have the capability is of. I mean, that just means they're gonna hold off on. No. I can only choose a target thing. All right, sick. Great, that's awesome. I thought I could hit my own thing. I can't. That's on me. Also doesn't help that they are running things that enter the battlefield, meaning my Brazen Borrower is going to do me no good because it's actually going to help them. So that's cool. That's neat. That's what I want. I got 2 zombies out. If they didn't board wipe, I would have had a somewhat scary board state. No, there's 2 life. I'll allow it. I'm gonna put Yorion in their hand. Let's put this back in its hand. I don't want that. I don't want to deal with that this turn. And then I'll cast him, because I can. I have the mana for it, so I may as well, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, cool, I can do this. He's big now. Have 10 damage. Cool. I'll take it. Yeah, you're going to do your Yorion. You're going to lose your life. You're going to get, what? You're going to scry, and I have to sacrifice my Brazen Borrower. Whoop-de-doo. I'm so scared. Yep. Oh no, I'm losing my Brazen Borrower, who is going to die in combat anyway. What a shame. I mean, I could play a land next turn. I'll be able to Spell Pierce something if they decide they want to try and, like, Fatal Push my... Well, they couldn't. It has Ward. Cool. So I can get my island, my giant to beat him up a little bit, soften him up. they can't afford the ward. And so they either take 7 or lose their Yorion. Cool. I'll take that. That's it. That's the turn. Now I'm going to assume that they're probably going to start holding more defensively, specifically to try and get rid of that Hall of the Storm Giants, because otherwise they're going to be taking a lot of pain. Like, sure, they get, what, a knight this turn? They get a knight. Oh, I discard. Cool. There we go. They get their card. They get their knight. Whatever. I will play this. You know the drill by now. It's the Giants. Have 7 possible damage? Or are you just gonna... Yeah, there it is. I figured they... I mean, that's what the knight is there for, right? The knight is there to eat the damage for him. And I would... This could be bad. This could be a bad idea. May I? Or will you just destroy him instead? Because I think they might have a fatal push in hand and they can afford the ward. Oh, Vanishing Verse. Interesting choice. Would that... Because it... Oh, it's because it becomes a blue giant. Really? Wait, does it? All Storm becomes a 7... Yes, it does. It's specifically blue giant. So then Vanishing Verse would work. Okay, that makes sense. I would like to draw a card, please. No. Not what I need. Also not what I need. Come on. No, I don't have a creature. Great. That's perfect. Siren Storm Tamer. Marvelous. Marvelous. I mean, I'll be able to get out, what? Unless they Trial of Ambition and make me sacrifice my Siren Storm Tamer. Wait, does it hit? Targets you or creature you control? Oh, that'd be cool. I might be able to get my Storm Giant up and running and then counterspell whatever they use. Yeah, that makes sense. Yep, there's their win condition. What, you gonna cast just exile target non-land permanent? You know what? Screw you. No. What? Unless they pay... Sure, I'll pay... Yeah, I'll pay 3. I have the mana. Why not? You have your 2 sharks. 5, 6. Yep. Here's a 7/7 giant again. You know the drill by now. Lose. I mean, it's a. I'm going to lose, right? Like objectively, they just keep. If they cast spells, they'll get more sharks, and they can keep body blocking the giant. So like, there's nothing I can do. But like, I'm at a point where there's no choice. As soon as they get their win condition out, it's over. They also destroyed the only 2 of the 3 win conditions I have. So like, yep. And then they get rid of the land, of course, because they needed to do that. That was necessary. It's not like their sharks are enough to keep everything at bay. What, you gonna fatal push the Siren Storm Tamer? I'm already gonna leave the match after my turn. It doesn't matter. Yeah, no, I'm not sticking around for that. Yep. It's an interesting concept. Hecate, buddy. Also, why am I getting queued against people that are silver? I have not played ranked at all. So I don't even have a single blip. I do not have one blip in the ranked status, and I'm getting paired against people in silver. Why? Isn't the point of ranked that you're getting pitted against people of equal level? I'm unranked. I haven't... Why is it doing that? That makes no sense. So that was an interesting attempt. It was better, mainly because I had to put in the right win condition, but it was better. Let's okay. So That was an attempt. Let's see if I can change the spirit that is possessing Hecate. And let's see if the new spirit can possibly come up with something that's a little bit more usable. Something that actually works, perhaps? Just a thought. Just a thought. All right. Let's give this a try. Let's give this a try. Okay. Dearest Hecate, I need you, to the best of your knowledge, to try and create a Pioneer legal deck for Magic the Gathering.
As Hecate, the feline embodiment of chaos and deception, I shall conjure a
Okay.
deck for the ancient art of magic, the gathering, tailored for the Pioneer
The ancient
format.
art. All right, cool.
Behold, a deck crafted to
Oh,
sow
she's right into
discord
it, okay.
and unleash fiery torment upon unsuspecting foes.
Great, that sounds awesome already.
Deck of Flames Red Aggro.
Deck of Flames.
Minions of Fire.
Minions, okay.
For Monastery Swift Spear.
That's a good one. Off to
For
a great
Soul
start.
Scar Mage.
So Scars,
For
really?
Gitta La Veriner.
Gitaju,
For
really? Wow.
Viashino Pyromancer. Spells
Hang
of
on.
Inferno. For Lightning Strike.
Is she just... This is just a
For
precon.
Wizard's Lightning.
She's just...
For
she's just
Shock.
making a precon.
For Skewer the Critics.
Yoshino...
For Light Up the
Pyromancer?
Stage. Relics of
I-
Fury. For
Well, wait, hang
Experimental
on.
Frenzy. Realms of Volcanic Wrath.
Mental Frenzy?
18 Mountain.
She...
Sideboard Cache.
Oh, okay.
3 Roiling Vortex.
Roiling... Oh, yeah, that makes
3
sense for
Abrade.
sideboard, yeah.
3
Okay.
Chandra. Torch of Defiance.
Chandra, that's a
3
good sideboard card. I'll
Tybalt,
give her that.
Rakish Instigator.
Soul
3
Stormbound.
Rampaging Pharisiden. This deck, born of flames and malice, is designed
Okay.
to swiftly overwhelm opponents with relentless aggression and scorching spells.
I mean...
Embrace the chaos, wield the power, and unleash the fury of the elements upon those who dare to stand in your way.
it's...
May your enemies tremble before the might of this Pioneer legal deck in Magic.
It is
the Gathering.
Pioneer legal. Thank you, Hecate. This is a valid, like, this is a perfectly reasonable... Huh. I did not expect to see, like, a genuinely... Like, I could see myself making this. Now, the land base is a little off. She wanted, what, 18 mountains? I don't know about that, but... I am pleasantly surprised. I could bump it to, like, 20, since everything... Well, I'll bump it up to 21. 22. We'll bump it to 20... 21 it is. Huh. I don't have any experimental frenzies. What is this? You look at the top card, you may play lands and cast spells from the top of your library. You can't play lands or cast spells from your hand. I mean, it's an interesting idea, but I don't know if that's... I don't know about that one. What are some other red staples? Because she wanted... So that was like playing cards from the top of the library rather than from my hand. So that's a solid... Honestly, that is not a bad... that is not a bad card to run in mono red. I just don't have it. I don't have any copies, and she wanted 4. So, what about? So we want some sort of card draw, or exiling the top, or just doing something to get a hold of more cards, right? So maybe, red aggro. Maybe... I mean, something simple like discard draw is always a valid option. I mean... Reckless Lackey. I would want something that's, like, long-term good. Can I look up top of library? Perhaps? Maybe that'll find something that can play from the top of the library. Sacrifice it if you do. Exile top X, where X is the number of skewer counters. You may play those cards. Yeah, I mean, that wouldn't be awful. Cast goblins. I don't have any goblins. Reckless Impulse. There's the top 2. You may play those. Robber of the Rich. That's always fun. We like Robber of the Rich. Cast an instant or sorcery, put a charge counter. This is tough. It's tough to say. Maybe... Speed upkeep. Play them. I mean, Bonehard Dracosaur wouldn't be bad. And then, okay, music's over. Maybe we'll throw in a single copy of, like, do I have a Chandra? I have to have one in here somewhere. Yeah, we'll throw in Chandra Dress to Kill. Why not? Well, maybe like a later play. Or not. What are some expensive red cards I own? We'll do 5 and up. Burn down the house. Discard your hand. 2 damage to any target. I don't know about that one, Chief. There's got to be something funky. Like I can throw it in as like a real silly thing. And I only need 1 copy. Maybe Invoke Calamity. Screw it. We'll throw in an Invoke Calamity. I'm a sucker for that card. I think it's real. I think it's underrated. I think it is a good card that nobody runs. And I think it is worth it. All right. Craft the 2 Viashino Pyromancers, I guess, and let's run it. Oh, what did she name this? What was there a name to this? This was like Fiery Fury or something like that. What did she name it? It had a name. What was the name of that? Why am I blanking on this? Deck of Flames. That's what it was. I remember that. It was something real edgy like that. Deck of Flames. I mean, it is a valid mono red aggro deck. We're gonna see how well it does, but it has potential. It has potential. Against all odds, this might just work. I don't know if mono red aggro is going to do me any favors in a competitive format where people are outranking me apparently. But we're going to find out. Screw it. Let's give it a shot. Trust in the system, right? Okay. So they might be... Well, if it's red-green... I want to be dealing damage to them. I was gonna shock the Llanowar Elves, but I think I needed to focus the shock on them. Or on the Mirror Breaker, so they don't get their treasure tokens. Because it's personal. They get their card draw from Fable, but that's whatever. 2 damage to you. And then next turn I can play another Viashino and Skewer the Critics on top of it. And then I will have a hand full of lands. They get their card draw. They have 3 mana. Questing Beast. Interesting. Does that mean they have another Questing Beast? They have 4 mana. If they can play it, they can play it this turn. They're gonna do something about the Viashino. Interesting choice. Elvish Mystic. Why the Pyromancer? I mean, more power to you, but it's not going to do you any favors. Have 3 more damage. He'll survive in combat. Why? What? Were you desperately wanting to copy something with the reflections? Or Because I guess I could kill that if I'm in combat, which I won't be, but I could be, I guess. I don't know what they're trying to do here. I'll take the 2 damage. Sure, why not? Oh, great. 4 lands. That's awesome. No, I will not attack. I will instead sit here with my 1 creature and 3 lands in hand. By all means, you cast your big guy, copy him with reflections, pilot your chariot. Like, I know what you're doing. I know your goal here. Yep. Come on. You know you want to. Heck, I think they could probably reflections the chariot, and then they can activate its ability twice. They're choosing Bone Crusher Giant. Interesting choice. Spell. Specifically a spell. Okay. I thought it was spell or ability. If it was spell or ability, then I could sneak, like, they would take 2 damage from that. Yep. There it is. Alright. Wouldn't this... Oh, it's exiled that token, right? Yeah, I'm not really bothering at this point. When I draw 3 lands in a deck around cheap red aggro, it kind of screws me over. So, oh boy, skewer the critics. That's what I needed. Yep, I needed to deal 3 damage to something when I have no creatures. Yeah, no, I'm not sitting around for that. It's not a bad deck. So far, it seems to have potential. I dealt some damage. The problem, I had 4 lands in my hand at one point. Like, that's gonna screw over any deck. That was just garbage draw. There's nothing that I could do about that. The deck has potential. That was just really shit luck. Oh hey, somebody that has the same level ranking as me. That's like almost like that's what it's supposed to do in the first place. And then I get this atrocity where I have no turn 1 plays. Cool. We'll drop Skewer the Critics. Turn 1, Soulscar Mage. Turn 2, Lightning Strike. Maybe I don't want to, but I could theoretically Lightning Strike a creature if they play one. They won't. Good for me. Swing for 1, so I can light up the stage. Possibly get another 1-drop here. Great. End the turn. If all goes well, I might be able to prowess up the Soulscar Mage, since there are now 2 shocks in hand. Well, we did it! Wowee! Mono, it worked! The deck won! Wow! Oh, they left the game and I won! Wow! Incredible! Totally valid! I'm gonna run it again! That's... what can I say? It's just that good. It's just that good. You know, it works out. It's perfect. Man, the one win I actually snag is because they left. Because, what, turn 2? It's turn 2 victory. Hey, another turn 1 Soulscar Mage. You know what? Sure. I could turn 2 Viashino Pyromancer as well. I've got some decent... It's not a perfect open. Like, I don't have anything to play. But I have cards. If I can get a... Oh, what is it? It would be great if I could get a... Oh, why am I blanking on the name? Light up the stage. That would be very helpful. I don't think I will. I only have 4, but it would be nice having more cards to play. Oh, they're gonna like shock the Soulscar Mage. Oh, becomes a target of a spell you control. Well, that's very convenient because this is not a spell you control. What do you know? Have a lightning strike to the face as well, why don't you? I'm feeling quirky. Well, we've got a start. All right. 2 wins back to back. Back to back. Let's go. We're just that good. We're just that good. Sick. I didn't... I'm curious. Can we replicate this kind of mastery? Clearly, they're just so intimidated by the raw power that we hold that clearly they're just scared. Clearly, they're terrified of the very implications of running against this deck. So can we have lightning strike twice? Can we get another one? Perhaps. Okay. Hey, Hecate. Your deck worked really well. Can you please make me another one?
As Hecate, the enigmatic force of mischief and mayhem,
Okay.
I shall weave a new tapestry of cards for your
Thank
magic,
you. Thank
the
you.
gathering
You
endeavors.
enigmatic force of mischief. and mayhem.
Behold, a fresh deck to bend fate to your will in the Pioneer realm.
Okay.
Deck of Shadows, Demir Control.
That's an interesting
Agents
start.
of Deception.
Okay.
4 Thieves Guild Enforcer.
Thieves.
4 Brazen Borrower.
Guild.
4 Thoughtseize. 4
Brazen.
Fatal Push.
Thoughtseize.
Spells of Intrigue. 4
Uh,
Drown in the Lock.
Fatal.
4 Vraska's Contempt.
Drown.
4 Thought Erasure. 4 Cry of the Carnarium.
Vraska.
4 Murderous Rider.
Erasure?
Artifacts of Enigma. 2 The Magic Mirror.
Whatever.
2 Midnight Clock.
Magic Mirror.
Isles of Mystery.
Midnight.
4 Watery Grave. 4 Drowned
Isle
Catacomb.
of...
8 Swamp.
Okay, she lost me.
8 Island. Sideboard Secrets.
Mystery?
3 Ether Gust.
How did you... Okay,
3
you need to
Mystical
slow down there, bud.
Dispute.
Oh, she's going to the
3
sideboard. Okay.
Ashiok, Dream Render. 3 Ritual of Soot.
I think
3
probably
Narset,
water. I think I remember
Parter
Water
of
Grave.
Veils. This deck, steeped in shadows and subterfuge, is a masterpiece of manipulation and control.
Catacomb. And then...
Harness the
Oh,
darkness,
wow, that's actually a
disrupt your opponent's
good
plans,
mana
and
base.
outweave
She knows
them
what
with
she's
cunning
doing.
strategies. Embrace
Okay.
the unseen forces at play and let the whispers of the night guide you to victory in the realm of pioneer magic, the Gathering.
Thank you, Hecate. I appreciate it. What was this? This was Deck of Shadows. All right. Thieves Guild Enforcer, Brazen Borrower, Thoughtseize, Fatal Push, Drown in the Lock, Vraska's Contempt. Turn off lands. Vraska's Contempt. Oh, it's the this. Okay. Vraska's Contempt, Thought Erasure. Oh, yeah, of course, that makes sense. Cry of the... I'm not familiar with that one. Cry of the Carnarium? Carnarium? Oh, it's a thing. Huh. That caught me off guard. Wow. Cry... Oh, interesting. Murderous Rider, there was 4 of these. Magic Mirror, Midnight Clock. Midnight Clock, okay. And then the lands, Watery Grave, Drowned Catacomb. So, wow, she actually had... This is not... What is going on? She knows what she's doing? I mean, Thieves Guild Enforcer is an interesting choice whenever there are... What? Two creatures that... there are 2 creatures total. One of them is a rogue. So I don't know about Thieves Guild Enforcer. I don't know about that one, Chief. I mean, it's a good card, but you don't have any other rogues to mill your opponent with. So maybe not that one. We're also over... Well, I guess, yes, we have Brazen Borrower as well, but whatever. All creatures? Because Cry of the Canarium hits your creatures as well, right? All creatures get black. Looking for something that all creatures get -2/-2. I mean, Malicious Eclipse would fit that idea. I can do 3 copies of something similar. I can do 4 copies of something similar. Yeah, sure. So I can't do Cry of the Carnarium, but I can do Malicious Malfunction, Malicious Eclipse, green and or white. We'll do Glistening Deluge and Pestilent Haze, I suppose. I only have 1 Midnight Clock. I'd like to keep that one, though. I don't have enough for more Murderous Riders. Vraska's Contempt is cool and all, but there are cheaper ways to exile a creature. In black and blue, I guess, but black is going to be the way to exile an opponent's creature, so that would be... probably not by sacrificing anything. She doesn't seem to be wanting to sacrifice things, just to exile their things. I'm thinking... she's making this real difficult. Your opponent exiles a card from their hand. It's cards from their hands. There's not something I can use to, like, exile a target creature. Maybe I'll swap it. Because as much as I like exiling, there's just nothing here that really fits what she wants. Instead, we'll do, Shieldred. Edict? Yeah. Edict. I'll make 2 more. Having 4 copies is never a bad idea with Shieldred's Edict. Have my 4 different ways to exile, to board wipe, I guess. I should probably have some creatures that can survive my own board wipe. I don't think that's a bad idea. Magic Mirror is a very interesting choice. Brazen Borrower, Thought Erasure, Thought Seize, Fatal Push. I don't have any turn 1 creatures, so I need something like that. 1 drops, please. Specifically, creatures. I would like it if the creature could theoretically survive being given -2/-2, but I don't know if that's feasible. So we'll go Delver of Secrets. He's not gonna survive it if he transforms, but it's there as an option, I guess. I should probably also slim down. Let's lose that. Glistening Deluge. Murderous Rider. I do like Murderous Rider. Thought Distortion. I don't have that. That's not an actual thing. Delver of Secrets. I can give back the Shieldred's Edict. What else? What is her... Harness Darkness, disrupt your opponent's plans, outwit them. So what is her strategy here? Two Skilled Enforcer, Brazen Borrower, Thought Seize, Fatal Push. Drown in the Lock, Contempt, Thought Eraser, Cry of the Carnarium, Murderous Rider. Magic Mirror, Midnight Clock, lands. So there's really no distinct strategy. It's kind of just destroy their things, I guess, make them discard. I don't even know where to start with this. This, you know, it doesn't quite, it's a deck, all right? It has cards. Maybe I won't spend wild cards on this because I don't know if I want to do that. We'll swap that for, there's no way to draw cards, I'm realizing, other than the Magic Mirror, which is there. Screw it. If she didn't want card draw. Maybe card draw is not important here. Maybe we don't even need card draw. Destroy target. No, not 1-drops. Not creatures either. Oopsie. Forgot I was filtering it that way. 4 Fatal Push. I don't need more creature removal. I need card draw. So maybe skeleton. There's I don't have that. I was kind of hoping to maybe get a case of stashed bones, but that's not gonna work. This is rough. This is rough. This is rough. Finality counter on it with 8 or more permanents in your graveyard. Screw it. Well, no. What? No. What? Why? What? Since when did I click over there? Give me multicolor. You son of a... Ha, you're really gonna do me like this. You got rid of all the filters I had? Hang on. Hold on just a minute there. Graveyard to battle. Hold the press. That was... What card was that? That was... Ukenbach. Cool. Great. Fantastic. It's a deck. It's the deck of shadows, I guess. I don't know. All right. Let's do this. Deck of shadows. Yup. I don't know how to... she really... You know, lightning doesn't strike the same place twice, nor does genius, I suppose. Because this is... It's a deck. it is more coherent than the first one she gave me. I will say that. She has narrowed it down. The spirit that's possessing her currently has a little bit more knowledge about how to actually build a deck, especially when compared to the previous spirit. It's still not great. It could definitely use some work, but overall it's holding its own. I mean, it's holding. Is this person gonna be like gold level? No, they are slightly above, but that's only by like a win, I think. No. No. Ha. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. This is actually worse. This is actually really bad. Turn 1 creature? No. How about a turn 2 creature? I consider. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, a Hall of Storm Giants with special art to consider. Ah, they're doing Phoenix. That's unfortunate. Counter target spell. No, you are not doing Ledger Shredder, actually. That's not happening. Look, I might not be able to win at all, but I can keep you from doing anything. And that is all that matters to me. I can keep you from playing the game, I guess. I'll play out my hand if I have to. And I will reserve all of my things to get rid of your Ledger Shredder if you keep wanting to play them. Don't make me... Okay, I was about to say, don't make me Fatal Push your bird. I really don't want to. I don't want to Fatal Push a Phoenix, because it'll just come back. Interesting choice. Very interesting choice. Get rid of it. I can stall. Boy howdy can I stall. I'm out of time to stall. They can cast plenty of cheap cantrips. I might not be able to win, but I can make you suffer. Picklock Prankster. I mean, if they cast 2 1-drop spells... Interesting. Are they going to Treasure Cruise? There's no way, right? Because they don't have... I mean, they could. They are. I mean, I guess, to be fair, they only needed the Phoenix. Phoenixi, Phoenixes. They only needed the birds. So I guess in all fairness, there's their third. There it is. Oh. Do they not cast 3 spells? My bad. Are you kidding me? Gods, that's atrocious. I might just back out now so I don't have to sit through the whole game waiting to maybe draw something that's not a land. What is that? Why I have a valid number of lands. Why did I just get flooded with lands? That's gross. I mean, the hands I was getting were already rough, right? The hand after hand had unplayable stuff out the gate. And then it gives me nothing but lands, I guess. I don't know about that one. Huh. All right. Great start. Great start. Really setting the bar low for this one, huh? Huh. Here we go. Got turn 1, turn 2. Screw it. Let's give it a shot. Let's run it back. I'll hold on to a Thought Seize through my turn to maybe destroy one of their creatures. Maybe. Fatal Push. Give me something to hit. Is this another Phoenix deck? I swear. I swear. Counterspell this. Spell Pierce it. Spell Pierce it. Do it. Opt? Consider? Consider. They seem like a consider kind of person. Yup, there it is. It's another Phoenix. Shocker. Get rid of this guy. I don't want you having him. No, I don't want the land. Thank you, though. Screw you. No Ledger Shredder. Go on, opt. Do it. Come on. Are you deciding whether or not you want to opt? Go for it. Come on, it's not that hard. And then are they going to get a tapped land or are they going to play an island? I'm feeling island. Come on. Come on. It's not that hard. You have... Oh, it's a Steam Vents. That's fair. That's fair. I mean, Delver of Secrets? Thoughtseize? Perhaps? Am I gonna get to see what's in that pretty little hand of yours? I sure am. Let's get rid of a Treasure Cruise. Pass the turn. I mean, they'll be able to Lava Axe the Delver of Secrets if they really want to. It's there. I mean, what is fun is if I end up stalling out long enough to where I'm able to why am I blanking on it? If they stall out long enough to where I'm able to get one of my 4 random like exile all creatures that die this way, like creatures get minus whatever. If I'm able to do that, then I guess they're screwed. Just because, well, they won't have any Phoenixes to use. Which would be really funny. That would be really funny. Also, I'm going to keep bouncing. Like, I'm going to try and Brazen Borrower their Phoenix to their hand if they play it this turn. Rather than kill it, I'm just going to... Oh, interesting choice. Yeah, they discard the Phoenix. That makes sense. How many do they have in the graveyard? 1. Yeah, because, I mean, if I bounce their Phoenix to their hand, then they can't do the one thing they want to do, which is resurrect it. And then attack with it, because it's just going to be in their hand. They could theoretically... They could Treasure Cruise and... There's nothing to Fiery Impulse, but they'll probably Treasure Cruise into an Opt or a Consider or something, and then they'll be able to cast their 3 and get a Phoenix out this turn. Come on. I could Fatal Push it, but it's just feeding into their whole strategy. There it is. There's a Sleight of Hand. There's their 3 spells for the turn. They get to play their Phoenix. He comes in. Go on, declare him as an attacker. Put him back in your hand. Oh, hey, what do you know? Here's a Delver of Secrets. Alright, I passed turn. I now have two ways to kill creatures and a Delver of Secrets who's probably going to get fiery impulsed. But to be fair, they need some way to get their the phoenixes that they have into their graveyard, which they don't have right now. I don't think. Sleight of Hand. Honestly, Sleight of Hand is an interesting choice. Have they played a Consider yet? They haven't. There it is. There's the Consider. Okay, I was about to say, I'm really surprised that they're using Sleight of Hand and not Consider. But I guess you could run both of them if you really wanted. Ooh, they got a Phoenix. They got a Phoenix. They're going to get to cast one. Well, they could Lava Axe and then get two in their graveyard and return it. Yeah, get both. That makes sense. That makes sense. They get two Phoenix. And then I might as well... screw it. I'll Murderous Rider. I'll Swift End one. I probably should Fatal Push rather than Swift End, but whatever. Take 3. Wow, that's the card I wanted to see right now. Was another Delver of Secrets. Yup. Great. I mean, they have plenty of instant sorceries. They could Fiery Impulse the Murderous Rider. I'll still have the Delver of Secrets, I guess, but at this point, I'm really just stalling to hopefully get one of my many board wipes, because they're going to start getting their Phoenix out to fill the board. They're about to be everywhere. There it is. Fiery Impulse. He goes to the bottom of my library, which is cool. Spikefield Hazard. That makes sense. Yep. That's 2 spells. 3 spells. Will they be able to get a Phoenix in the graveyard? Let's find out. The answer is no. They will not. Very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. I mean, they get to pull 1 back. But that's fine. And it's a land. That's not what I needed. I can theoretically survive 1 turn. Assuming they don't play... assuming they don't have a way to... Never mind. Well... probably not still. Well, actually... We'll see. Brazen Borrower, perhaps? Oh, he can't block. That makes sense. I can't hit him, so I'll just hit the Picklock. And I'll leave, because it's not worth it. Yeah, so having no consistent win condition and no way to draw cards doesn't work out. Surprisingly enough. Surprisingly enough. Doesn't work. Having no way to deal damage and no consistent way of winning at all kind of screws you over. So really, the only way to win is by not playing. But I think that's I think I'm done. I'm done relying on AI. I think it's time we do a comparison. Right? I will make a deck. I will take an idea that was given, right? I like the idea of using Geralf as a win condition. I like that idea. 3 of these. You know, scroll. Throw in the other Geralf. Why not? Right? I like that idea. But let's actually make it good. Let's throw an opt. 4 opt. Consider. No, that's not consider F. Consider. We want... What do we want? We want Sleight of Hand. We want... what was his name? Delver of Secrets. A lot of very cheap cards, but that's the point. The point is to have all of these super cheap cards to then just pump out things for Geralf. I want Spell Pierce. Spell... Spell... Let's just look up Pierce. 3 Spell Pierce. We'll do... why am I blank? What was it? Maybe I can throw in an offer you can't refuse. I have any of those? Offer. I guess I don't. That would have been an interesting one to throw in, but I don't think I can. Why am I blanking on the name? It's a counter spell. Unless pays. Where is it? Make disappear. That's what it was. Make disappear. Siren Storm. I like that idea. Siren Storm Tamer is a fun one. Draw. And then I'll get a bunch of, like, draw multiple card stuff. Stuff that lets me draw a bunch of things. There were a few. Let's see. Investigate. Second card each turn. Put one counter on them. Draw a card. I don't want to spend wild cards on that. I mean, Omen of the Sea wouldn't be bad. It's not great, but it would be an option. Draw. What if I look up cards plural? Yeah, it's already a little bit better. Sacrifice, draw 2 cards. There was something that I was also looking at. Because number of cards you've drawn, commit a crime, you may draw a card. I don't know. Is there not just like a simple draw 2 cards? Something that's like 3 mana, draw 2. Yeah, they do exist, but I don't know if I'm thinking on it. I don't know if I want to put 3 mana into that. Midnight Clock. Instants, sorceries, cost less. Cost less? Just look up cost less. Cost 1 less. Activated abilities cost 2 less. Instant sorceries. There we go. Put a time counter on as foretold. May pay 0 other than mana cost or spell mana value. You know what? Sure, let's throw that in there. That sounds fun. Haughty Jin is a good way to get some extra damage through. And then do I have Ledger Shredder? Do I have any copies of them? No. I could probably drop a few lands, actually, and we can throw in some more things. Instance in graveyard. Or, equal to graveyard. Haughty Jin. Spells can't be countered. Just blanket spells can't be countered. Thing is, I want to counter their stuff. I just don't want my stuff to be countered. Maybe we'll throw in some more counter spells then. Maybe that's what we'll do. Because I don't have enough copies of Frantic Inventory. Yeah, let's look at counter spell. I could do... I would like something I have more than one copy of, ideally. Lofty Denial. Reject, Spell Stutter. Test of Talents would be interesting. Well, no, we'll do Thing in the Ice. That's always a fun one. We like Thing in the Ice here. Sure, he would destroy all of my zombies, but he's mostly there as a secondary attempt at a win condition, I guess. And lands, 2 Hall of Storm Giants, please. 2 Mystic Sanctuaries. And that should be good. Apply styles. Oh, cool, Baral. Done. Sick. And we're gonna see how well this goes. I'm not super confident. We're gonna give ranked one more try with my deck. Let's see if we can go longer than turn. What was it? It was like turn. Some of them ran pretty late. Thinking on it, some of them did run run later than they probably should have. That was just because the deck was pure destroy this, destroy that, and now I'm out of cards. All right. No, I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure it'll work. I'm definitely not gonna humiliate myself by making a deck that loses faster than the ones that AI generated. That would be crazy. That would be wild. So it's not gonna happen. We're gonna win. Mm-hmm. Here we go. Somebody outranks me already. All right, great start. Wrong Geralf, but that's fine. Turn 1 Delver. I mean, I could turn 2 Siren, I guess, but I'd rather have the Delver available, or I'd rather curve into the proper thing. I'd rather actually have a turn 2 play rather than a Siren Storm Tamer. They're gonna green. It's like a forest or something that taps for green. Oh. Forest. Well, what do you know? I was kind of expecting a Llanowar Elves or an Elvish Mystic there, but I'm not gonna complain. Am I gonna get to keep my Delver of Secrets before he gets, like, shocked or something? Interesting. Conduit of Pylons. Surveil? Why are they surveilling? Red, green? They going into 3 colors? Yeah, because they have an opt-in hand now. Look at that. Wild stuff. Siren Storm Tamer? Am I going to be allowed to cast it, or are they going to do some insect style aberration before he gets to? Cool. I'll get my 3 damage in on turn 2. Incredible stuff. I really don't want to... I don't want to Haughty Djinn Arboreal Great... What are they doing? Landfall? I'm so confused. Deserts? They're doing deserts, aren't they? Why? Don't get me wrong. I think deserts are a cool idea, but I couldn't find anything that actually makes deserts work. So I don't know what their end goal is here. Like, again, it's a neat idea. It just is really difficult to execute with what they've printed. Oh, well, that's fine. Attack with everything, because they'll probably block either Siren Storm Tamer to take no damage, take 3. Yeah, lose the guy because he's run his course. I will sleight of hand. I mean, a Delver of Secrets isn't a bad thing to play. I have 2, meaning Haughty Djinn is going to be a 2/4. They have a lot of deserts. I know deserts don't have a board wipe like, what's it called? Like desert. Well, I guess it does. If they tap for black, I think black has a, like, creatures get minus whatever for deserts or something like that. I don't remember the exact wording, but it was something like that. I'll attack for 7. They might be able to. They might be able to board wipe. If they do, it's going to kill all my stuff. Absolutely. Without a shadow of a doubt. Ooh, I just realized. I don't know why I just realized, but my make disappear will be able to have a cost of 4. They need to pay 4 because I'll just lose the Siren Storm Tamer. I don't know why I didn't make that connection before, but that's a good thing. I can get 7 damage in this turn. Oh, hey, what do you know? It's the guy. We all love the guy. I would like sleight of hand to be on top. You know what? Fair enough. Fair enough. I'll take it. I'll take it. It's not great, but you know, I did do about as good as another one of the AI decks. So that's cool. I only found my win condition, my like true win condition like at the end before I even got to play it, but you know, it was there. Luckily, this deck isn't as dependent on having that as the win condition. It's more so just convenient to have it there. That's kind of thing in the Ice's whole deal is a secondary win condition. I say that. I think I have more copies of Thing in the Ice than I do Geralf, but you know. Turn 1 Siren Storm Tamer. Also, why would you turn 1 Dauntless Bodyguard? Like, yes, you have a knight now, but also the main appeal to Dauntless Bodyguard is that you can give another creature indestructible. You have a 2/1, but at what cost? The cost of having a 2/1 body? I don't know. Especially since I'm going to Thing in the Ice this turn. You suck. You suck. You know what? Screw you. Yeah, I don't want you boosting out your humans. Here's a Thing in the Ice. Gods, of all the things, it had to be a Talia. I don't have a way to deal with her now that she's on the board. Oh, there goes my Thing in the Ice. And I get a 2/2 illusion whenever he comes back, if he comes back. Ah, so I can basically do nothing. That's awesome. That's what I needed. Well, there's my turn. Play a land. Of all the cards they could have possibly played, of course it had to be a Thalia. I might just leave early because it slows me down way too much. When the whole point of the deck is to cast cheap spells, and I'm prevented from doing just that, I also don't have a board wipe. The one I have is exiled, and I'm not going to be able to afford to... Yeah, I'm not when I'm drawing no lands. No, it's not worth it. It's not worth sitting around that. Not whenever I get screwed over by both the game and my opponent. Just having the right card to counter my entire deck. Like, yeah, that's not... No. When the entire deck's play style revolves around having cheap cantrips, whenever you make them all not cheap, I can't play anymore. I can opt next turn and that's all I get to do, or I can maybe I'll opt into a land. I could play 2 opts instead, but that leaves me completely open because gods know I'm not gonna have any creatures to play. So no. not doing that. I'd rather just leave that. I swear, if this is dinosaur, this looks very... Is this an identical hand to what I just had? Great. They start with a ley line. Awesome. But didn't I just have this exact hand? Huh. Alright, sure. I'll swing for my 1. Play Thing in the Ice. I can then theoretically at most I'll be able to play 3 instants or sorceries. Guaranteed. There's a good chance I'll be able to cast more if I opt or consider into one, but as it stands, max 3. Plus, I don't have the lands for it, so we're gonna find out. Come on, play something. Play a non-creature spell so I can counter it and get card off of Baral, please. Have green for each creature. 3. That's fine. You can do that, I guess. Tap the Circle of Dreams. Untap Circle of Dreams. Have 5 mana again. I get your deal. I know what you're doing.
The ocean surges, life thrives.
Do it. Cast something. And no. No. You do not. You're not going to get to fish for something outside of the game. No. And you know what? Yes, I will draw a card. And yes, I will get rid of an opt for that. Sure, I like having my cheap spells, but I think having a counter spell is much more fun. And I will swing for 2, targeting Kiora. Because screw you. I need to, I guess, reduce the number of times you can untap Circle of Dreams. Even though they will just need... The fact it's -1 to untap a permanent is so stupid. It's so stupid. 3. They have 2, 4 extra, so they have a total of 8 mana. I can do this. Oh, they'll be able to afford it. Damn. Spell Pierce? That's not it. That's not what I need. Do I take that? No, I don't. I don't take it. I don't take it. God, that's not good. I can make them pay out everything they have. It's all I got. It's all I got. Counter this. Pay your 4 mana. Because then I can try and maybe counterspell whatever it is that they pull. Because I'm assuming it's not going to be a creature. Yeah, it's specifically non-creature. Probably a Karn, because everybody fishes for Karn with that. Go for it. Do it. Get your Karn. I know that's what you're doing. That's all people ever use that for. Ugin. Of course. Of course it's Ugin. Screw it. I have to try and get some damage through. Give me this. Play this. Play this. Swing for 7 to the face. If they don't play a creature, I can kill them next turn. If they do, they're slowed down from playing Ugin, theoretically. I've got them in a tight spot-ish, unless they board wipe. Yeah, Llanowar Elves. They can't play the one they want to for that. What? They're gonna cast another Llanowar Elves? Yeah, that checks out. That checks out. No, no, I do not want to reveal the island that I drew. Okay, Delver of Secrets is probably dead. Yep, Fae of Wishes. Yep. At least I can kill off their Llanowar Elves. One of them. Cool. 3, 4, 5. Sitting on 5 mana, potentially. Like, maybe? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. Interesting. Cavalier of Thorns for lands? A land, yeah. And they get a card draw off of it, I guess. Ah, Nykthos, yep. That makes sense. Yep. Very cool. What? 9, 3, 4, 5. Why 9? Oh, this counts. That explains it. Yep, that makes sense. All right, 7 maybe. And then you get to Ugin's Nexus, and then I'm screwed. So each permanent with mana value X or less. That's 1 or more colors. X mana value. It's 1 or more colors. X or less. I mean, they'd pay 2, and that would board wipe me, and they'd lose Llanowar Elves, and that's it. Yep. And then they'll just Kiora, untap the Nykthos, get 12 mana, and I can't counterspell anything. There's nothing I can do about it. And then they just Ugin, and then I have no way of possibly winning. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother.
Your belly flopped.
I'm not gonna bother. Whenever you Fae of Wishes for your win condition, like, I stop caring. Whenever you can't be bothered to just make a deck that doesn't rely on pulling things from outside of the game, it's not worth my time. All right, let's get out of this because that's just annoying. Nobody there is having any fun. They're so busy and trying to increase their numbers that they don't bother actually making the game enjoyable. So how about we play something interesting? Let's do something real silly. Let's play a deck that I made a while ago that is real goofy. You see, walls don't hurt people most of the time. Walls don't usually hurt people. But what if they did? That's the theory we're operating off of today. That's right. Today we're going to be beating people up with walls if we actually find a match, which is starting to seem like that might not happen. Oh, say what? There we go. We actually found a match. What do you know? Oh, turn 1, turn 2, turn 3. I got things to play. Well, I don't have things to play because I don't have any way to play my turn 1, but that's fine. That's fine. If I pull a forest this turn or a land that grabs for green, okay, well. Let's get this tapped. Why not? Then I can Giant Ox. Because that would be fun. I win, baby. Awesome. I'm glad that was a quick one. Boy howdy, they had him on the ropes. Sure, I guess. I don't know what that was for. Maybe they probably just didn't draw what they needed. They probably they probably just like had a specific win condition or something and they got screwed. I can't say I haven't had that happen before, so. Oh, wow, I can actually play things. Now, they're not going to be able to do anything for a while, but I have things to play. Turn 1, Bark Channel, Portcullis, turn 2, Plains, Ox, turn 3, Sun Petal, something else, hopefully, other than Nyx Fleece Ram. I can play the Nyx Fleece Ram. Do I Ox or Nyx Fleece Ram? I'll Nyx Fleece Ram. I won't Ox. I'll Nyx Fleece Ram so I can get the 1 health a turn from that. Okay. Put this in action. Turn 1. Vine. Pass. Plant wall. Lovely. Lovely wall. Turn 2. Ram. Incredible. I'll get 1 life this turn. I will be at 21. I will be winning. Wow. So blue-green, are they doing Surveil? People really like that land. Oh, that's unfortunate. Are they doing deserts as well? What is going on? Why are people doing this? They're doing deserts as well. What? Why? I don't get it. I just don't understand. Here's Mistgate Pathway, Birth of Meletus. So I can get a Plains, I guess. Cool. I'm not going to attack for 0. As tempting as it is, I don't think I'm going to do it. 3 mana. What is the strategy? Why are people running deserts? I'm so confused. I'm so confused. It's a 1/4 now. Oh boy. Huh. I mean, I'm curious. They've piqued my interest, I must admit. What is your goal? What are you doing? Play an additional land, have for any color. Yeah, cool, whatever. Why? I'm so confused. Ah, great, land. That's what I needed. Amazing. For the Grove. And I'll hold. Make it seem like I'm thinking. Pass and turn. If they, I don't know, board wipe, I can draw a card. You exile. If you do, progress become plotted. Is that their strategy to plot? I don't... Just put them all in their hands? Okay, sure. I'll take the 1 damage. I'll regain it next turn, I guess. I don't know what's happening. Hey, I have Charix. Here's a 0-17 that can't do anything unless I give him +1, -1. Make him a 1-16. Scary stuff, I know. I have 2 ways. I have 2 different sets of cards that could help me win here. 3 if you count the one that's really expensive. I have drawn none of them. I have a board full of 0-somethings. They're all very intimidating if they can deal damage, but they can't. So... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's a land. I'm gonna hold my Expel the Interlopers until I know for a fact that they're gonna start playing some cards that I want to get rid of. Because Expel the Interlopers is a great way for me to board wipe without losing anything. What do they have? Player shuffles their hand, each player does. Oh. Yeah, no, go for it. Yeah, no, go for that. I think that's a good idea. I think you should definitely do that. Is it an instance? It's a sorcery. I'll play this as a forest, and I'll play Giant Ox. He's a 0-6. That's the turn. No, yeah, you should step between worlds. I think that's a great idea. Do that. Pay 0 for that. Go for it. By all means. I have 1 card, and I'm very willing to get rid of it. The land. Yeah, I think they're just playing lands. I don't know. I don't see how they're gonna win. Unless their goal is to try and just play as many lands as possible, like they have a daily quest or something. Which is valid. I think that's a totally fair way to... Oh, hey, I found it. I found my win condition. Counterspelled? They're holding that priority for a hot second. They're either reading it and realizing that things are about to get real spicy, or they're gonna counterspell it, or they're gonna turn it to my hand. Is it countered or returned to my hand? It's countered. Shocker. And they returned him to my hand. You know what? Sure, go for it. I don't have anything else to spend this mana on. That's it. That's the turn. Come on. Have us shuffle our cards back. Let's make things interesting here. We have a stalemate. You can't hit me. I can't hit you. You're dealing 1 damage to me each turn. I'm gaining a health each turn, right? Like, I still... Like, nothing's changing. You get out your Oasis, and then I heal through my next Fleece Ram, right? Like, nothing's happening. Let's shuffle these cards and let's make this interesting. Come on. Uh-huh. And then you pay 0 to do that. You know what? Yes, I will. You can cast 14 cards minimum, but that's fine. I can counter whatever you know what? No, screw you. Pay 3. There you go. That's all I got. They can cast out their hand, and then they have another way to, yeah. I don't know where their strategy is in doing that, but, you know. Yeah, using Omniscience as a win condition is really boring. That's really boring. Like, really? You couldn't have figured out anything else? You had to use Omniscience? Sure. Ah, they can cast 21 cards for free now. I mean, best case scenario, I guess they mill themselves out. Like, I don't know what else to do. None of my creatures have trample. I can swing for some damage, but like, it's not going to be enough. They can Quandrix command and return whatever they want to my hand, and I can't do anything about it. Do I just leave? Do I not even bother? Omniscience screws everything up, so I don't even know if I bother. Because they'll just counterspell it, and there's nothing I can do about it. Okay, I have an idea. It's risky, but I have an idea. So the thing I need these two spells to be played. I have a lot of mana I'm sitting on. I'm thinking I bait with a Giant Ox. Tetsuko. No response. Assault Formation. This is the one I need. Come on. I need Assault Formation to go through. Because I can counterspell their Quandrix command. And they might still be able to counterspell something, and there's nothing I can do about it. It goes through. I win! Let's go! Suck it. Suck it. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, that's amazing. You had Omniscience and you still lost to walls, to the 0/6 Ox. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, God, that's good. Oh, that's good. They should, I mean, honestly, they should have just kept stepping between worlds. They had enough. They clearly had cards they could have cast, but they just didn't. They I was fully expecting to get completely flooded with creatures on their turn, because they would just keep casting their creatures for free. They didn't. They chose to hold off, and they can't cast these at instant speed. So I just, oh, that's good. Oh, that's very good. Oh, suck it. Oh, I love that. I love that. That's good. That's very good. All right. I didn't even have to attack, baby. All right, I think we have enough time for one more game. We'll try this mono blue one again. It might be a quicker game just based on the past few ones we've had here. If it's a shorter game, we'll just run it through and then start one more. If it's not and it actually lasts and it's a full game, we might as well just play it out and let it end there. Hey, we got our win condition here. Cool. I'll turn one Mystic Sanctuary so I can maybe actually have 2 mana next turn. Turn 2 Baral. Maybe I can bait them into hitting him with something. It's Baral. I bet that's probably... It's probably Counterspell. Probably 2 mana Counterspell. Saw it coming. Or it's the... What was it? It's like Lava something or other. Lava Spike. The one that deals like 5 damage to a creature. There's no way Geralf is staying out this turn. They absolutely have something to do to him. 4 mana and something foretold. He's gone. Unless? Is that creature removal? Because if it's not, things are about to get real spicy. Alright. You know what? Yeah, cool. Neat. Yeah, for sure. I'll attack for 2. Cool. You know what? Let's sleight of hand. Oh, as foretold would be amazing. Let's do that. I really want Geralf to pop off, but as foretold would make things wild. They might pop Geralf now. They definitely have something in there to do some horrible things to him. Gristmount, yeah, they need to pay 3 mana. Or something with 3 mana. Or not. Awesome. That works for me. Cool. Here's a free sleight of hand. I'll take a consider. Here's a consider. Nah, I'll lose that. Here's a sleight of hand. Why not? Ooh, another Geralf. I'll take that, just in case they do something to my current one. Here's an opt. Sure, I'll take an opt. And here's an opt. Just for the road. Yeah, I'll keep the Storm Tamer. Cool. Here's 4 damage. But next turn, I've got a few zombies to send your way, assuming you don't board wipe them. Which red has options. Play with what was it? Burn down the house. Big score. Interesting. I think I know what they're doing. I think I know what their strategy is. I think they're probably going to try and what is it? Yeah. I think I know what their deck was. Their deck, based on what I'm seeing, seems to be based around what's the card? Here, I can pull up the one I have, because I have a deck that's the exact same concept. Indomitable creativity. That's what it is. I think that's exactly what they were doing. They were just holding out to maybe get to their 5 mana, to then cast Indomitable Creativity to get out, realistically, a World Spine Worm and Xenagos, and then swing for 30. And I couldn't do anything about it. But they couldn't get their things out in time. They had 3 mana, and I had an army of zombies. I think that's good. I think I'm gonna end that on a good note. And let's top everything off with opening 2 quick packs. See what we get. Anything worthwhile. I can spend 5 mana to cast it with Flash to exile an artifact or creature until it leaves. That's interesting. not great, but it's there. Target player discards all the cards in their hand, then draws that many cards. 4 damage to target creature. I mean, Escalate pretty much does that. That makes sense. Oko, Ringleader. Combat becomes a copy of a creature. Except he has hexproof. Draw 2 cards. If you committed a crime, discard. Otherwise, discard 2. Create an elk. For each other non-land permanent you control, create a token that's a copy of that permanent. Not as good as the original Oko, but he's there. Honest Rutstein. I'm not super familiar with this one. In this battlefield, return target creature from your graveyard to your hand. Creature spells you cast cost 1 less. Oh, wow, that's very nice. Snakeskin Veil got a reprint. Always good. Like to see that. Calamity Galloping Inferno. Whenever it attacks while saddled, choose a non-legendary creature that saddled it. Create a tapped attacking token. It's a copy. Sacrifice a token. This, it's not bad. That's not bad. I mean, it's not great, but that's not too bad. Haste, 6 mana is really rough. 5 would be more reasonable, but 6 is a tough pill to swallow. Crime and Punishment. Interesting. Protect your creature or enchantment card from your opponent's graveyard in the battlefield under your control for 5 mana. It's for each artifact, creature, and enchantment with mana value X. All right, nothing too exciting, but we managed to make it work. I guess I think that's where we're gonna have to end it. We don't have really enough time to play a whole other match. Things have really slowed down here anyway. So I think that's where we're gonna have to end it for today. So I guess thank you everybody for joining me. I really appreciate it. Thank you for keeping me company. I know this isn't the game that everybody likes to see, but I hope you guys enjoyed hanging out and listening in on what was going on regardless. I'll make sure to post a schedule. What was it? I'll make sure to post a schedule early this week so that everybody can know when we'll be available and when we're going to be streaming. So keep an eye on that. It will be in the Discord and on Twitter and VTubers.me. Check me out everywhere. I'll make sure to keep everybody updated to the best of my ability. But I don't have too much else to say. So I guess thank you. And without further ado, as always, have a nice night. Bye, everybody. Thank you for coming by. Bye-bye. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Bye now. Bye-bye. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate you. Bye.